Hi, what is up guys? JaretCampisi. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a very exciting video because our Yamaha R1M full carbon is officially complete. So we have this episode, we're gonna be weighing and wiping down, washing, talking about the cost of the build, and then we're gonna do a final ride with myself and Dado. And yeah, so sit back, relax, enjoy the video. So first thing I want to mention is if you want to be entered to win this bike, you only have one episode left to be entered to win this bike. And for this month only, you'll also be entered to win Christina's M1000RR. So patreon.com/Campisi Customs. It's always the first link in the description below. Head on over there, get signed up if you want to be entered to win this bike. We'll be choosing a winner in early September. And then we'll be moving on to our M1000RR build. So first order of business today is going to be getting this bike up on the weight scales and finding out how much it weighed. So in stock form, this bike weighed 451 pounds. That is wet pounds. That means fully ready to be ridden. So it has its coolant, it has all of its brake fluid, it has gas, all that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do is turn these scales on. We're gonna get it up on the weight scales and we're gonna find out how much this bad boy weighs and how much weight we saved. All right, so I just went and turned all the scales on. These are wireless scales we got from Intercom. People always ask where they're from. Right there. Intercomp. I don't know what that means. Teens is gonna be our moderator here. So is it zeroed out? Yeah. Okay, so there you go. Zeroed out, 0 pounds. Again, 451 pounds was how much this weighed bone stock. Dado, you want to take a guess?
Hey, before we take a guess, I want to see if it's accurate scale. How much do you think I weigh?
I don't know. You want to?
Yeah, let's see.
Do you know how much you weigh? How are we going to know if it's accurate?
I know what the gym scale says. I've been following.
Okay, what does your gym scale say?
Today was 243.
Okay, step on there. Let's see. What's it say? 244.
244.
Wow, okay.
Okay, so it's accurate.
Yeah.
All right, should we get Big Titty Teens on there? Should we guess her weight?
4 pounds.
I say she's gonna be 118.
Like, yeah, 117.
118. I mean, this is with full clothing on. 120.
I don't have anything on.
Wow.
I've got like half clothes on.
Well,
120.
so we see how much I weigh?
Working out at the gym.
Should we see how much Jaret weighs?
Yeah, go ahead.
How much do you weigh, Jaret?
Like 185.
I'd say with all this
180?
on, probably 180. Yeah.
Holy crap.
180.
I weighed 180 when I was in 7th grade.
182.
I know.
182 pounds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, I was 157 when I ran track. Yeah.
Tiny little guy.
I was a little boy. Okay. Dado, do you want to help me get this up on the scales and then we'll see what it weighs?
Wait, are we making guesses?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, how much did this weigh?
451.
451 when we bought it.
Yes.
Yeah, bone stock.
Okay.
What's your guess? You have a guess?
I'm usually good at this. This one's tough. We did a lot of parts.
We're not cheating because if I make I keep track of how much weight savings,
you ass.
roughly, in my head.
So you should go first.
Okay, fine, I'll go first since
you already.
I should be the closest.
Yeah.
I think it was around 40 pounds, roughly, that I estimated.
So 411.
So 410, 411. I'd say anywhere from 410 to 4. I have to pick one. I'll say 415.
415. Okay.
I'm probably wrong, but I'm gonna go lower.
Yeah.
405.
405.
Yeah,
Teens.
That's
I
pretty.
was thinking lower too.
Yeah. I don't know why. I just feel it.
412.
412.
Ooh. Why isn't anyone saying 420?
So I said 410.
420 is my
405,
backup.
410, 412. Okay, let's get up on the scales. All right, here we go. We got it up on the scales. Our full carbon Yamaha R1M. Stock weight was 451. Okay, Dado guessed 405. I guessed 410. Christina guessed 412. Christina, what is the number?
397. Under 400.
Holy
54
shit.
pounds of savings.
397 pounds.
You know why? I just realized that. All the damn carbon I had to cut off.
Dude, holy crap. So that means the only bike that's lighter than this, well actually there was 2 bikes that were lighter than this. The full carbon one we did, the V4, that was 396.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then the full carbon S1000RR I did was 393.
No.
Yeah. Now, I mean, some of this depends on how much gas is in the bike and stuff like that. We try to keep it at, you know, a semi-full level. So we keep it, technically a wet weight of a motorcycle is supposed to be 3/4 of a tank. So that's what we try to do. That's what they list online when they do wet weight. That's what they do, 3/4 of a tank, because it wouldn't be fair if you filled them all up all the way, because some have bigger gas tanks than others, and it makes a big difference when it comes to weight of the motorcycle. So there you go.
Here looks like a butthole.
Thanks for letting us know.
Look at that.
There you go. There's
Winking.
That's Christina's butthole
It's a
winking
winking
for you.
butthole.
So so 451 to 397, which
Yeah.
means we saved 54 pounds, dude. That's amazing. So the next thing we're gonna do is we'll pull it off the scales. We'll turn everything off. Christina's gonna wipe this whole bike down, and while she's doing that, I wanna talk to you guys about the cost of this build and the parts and all that, and then Dado's actually gonna discuss, we're gonna talk in general about some stuff. So here, let's get off the scales. Okay, we got the bike off the rear, or we got the bike off of the weight scales onto the rear stand. Look at how beautiful this thing is. It is dirty as shit though. You can see how dirty it is. Although it's been inside, so I don't know how it gets so damn. Oh, I have been riding it. It's the sausage grease. It's the sausage grease. So let's talk about the cost of this build. So I actually went on Moto Million's website and put every single part that we got for this bike in the cart, so I could see a total, because I get parts in waves, so I don't know the total cost of them. So I went and put everything that we got from this bike into the cart on Moto Million's website. Some parts were actually sold out, so I wasn't even able to add that into the tally of the total cost. It was over $22,000 worth of parts. Those were just the ones that I was able to add.
And that's not including tax, shipping,
yeah,
like
and
all
fees
that
and everything
stuff.
else.
Yeah, that's just
so,
the online price.
So I'm gonna say it's probably somewhere between $23,000 to $24,000 just in parts. Okay. From there, we have the cost of the bike, which was $26,000 plus taxes and fees. It was just over 28 grand for the bike. So 28 grand for the bike. We'll call it 24,000 for parts. All right, Dado's gonna be adding this up for us. So 28,000 for the cost of the bike.
Okay.
24,000 for the parts.
Okay.
And then I was estimating about 9,000 in labor.
Roughly?
Roughly,
Okay.
yeah. It could be more. This is our cost for this build. It's not everybody else's. So what's the total?
61,000 exact. Wow.
Yeah. So 61,000, basically we'll call it 60,000. So if you wanted to buy an R1M, get all the parts that we got, and you were gonna pay somebody to install all those parts, you're looking at $60,000 roughly. Could be a little less, a little more, depending on how you're able to do it. So yeah, a $60,000 street legal R1M. That's got to be one of the most expensive ones in the world, I would think, and one of the lightest too, especially street legal.
There's a few guys that are building these bikes out there, and nobody has gone to the extent to, you know,
weigh it all.
Yeah.
To figure out the cost of everything, show the whole build.
I
you know.
do get excited. Somebody was bitching. Well, a lot of people bitch, but somebody was bitching. They're like, "Who cares? Are you tracking?" No, but do you realize how different it feels to ride a bike with that less weight, that less rotational mass? Every little thing that we did, you know, progressively during the build, you get on the bike and you're like, wait a second, this is a significant difference. So
yeah, it is.
Matters. Every ounce counts.
It's so true. So, and that's crazy because sometimes there's been builds in the past where we went overboard where I didn't even want to add crash protection because I was so weight savings crazy. We didn't do that with this build. Obviously, we've got axle sliders, we've got crash protection on the engine case covers, stuff like that. So let's talk a little bit about how we got to this weight savings. So the biggest weight savings was probably the exhaust. That was a full titanium Akrapovic exhaust. That was about 17 pounds, if I remember correctly. Somewhere between 15 and 18 pounds. Yeah, so that was a big weight savings right there. The wheels alone were actually about 5 pounds, front and rear added. And then we had a bunch of rotational mass for the brakes, the calipers, the rotors, the lightweight chain and sprocket kit. All of that was like another 3 to 4 pounds of rotational mass. And then it started adding up with all the carbon fiber accessories that we added. This entire carbon rear subframe, the tail tighty, getting rid of the stock mirrors, the stock turn signals. That was like another 7 pounds, something like that. And again, stuff just continues to add up as you go through everything. And oh, the lithium battery, that was like 6 pounds right there. We have lightweight, pretty much anything that we could get that was lightweight, we got it. And that's the great thing about working with Moto Million. They have some of the best parts available on the market, which is why sometimes there's wait times and stuff like that, especially because of current situation. COVID times are still plaguing us with having to, like, we wanted to do full titanium bolts for this bike and we couldn't get them. So there were little things like that we weren't able to do, but for the most part, there's really not much else I would do. If I could do anything, I would probably paint that rear shock blue. I think that would have been nice, but then the problem was these are gonna stay gold. Trying to anodize those would have been a pain in the ass. So I would have, ideally, it would be awesome if these were black and if this was blue. But then you still have the gold canister too, and there's really nothing you can do about that. So I don't really think there's much else I would change with this bike. I mean, if it was up to me, maybe I would have done a carbon tank and a carbon piece here, but then it takes away all the color on the bikes. So we've been trying to keep color on the bikes. And then the wheels look freaking awesome. So, I mean, yeah, it's pretty freaking crazy, dude. It's a pretty crazy build. So what do you think, Dotto, as far as platforms go, working on bikes?
Okay. So
how did this one stack up?
I work on absolutely everything. I've worked on everything, like different years, old bikes, new bikes, different manufacturers, you know, and of course, I'm a Yamaha guy at heart. This bike impressed me so much.
Yeah.
The way it performed when it was brand new, and once we started, I love adding parts and then riding.
Yeah.
Because because then
you can feel them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know, as we started doing the build, I started falling in love with the bike. Not just looks wise, but how it performs. You know, we improved the braking system significantly.
Yes, that was a big change.
Feeling the bike just keeps waking up. You know, like the flash, the
exhaust was big.
Lightweight components with 520 conversion,
yep.
and then even
the winglets.
Yeah, the winglets.
Yeah.
Yep. So
we're gonna do a final ride too, so Dotto can kind of feel how this bike is like after everything.
I enjoyed this build a lot because I do feel like the uniqueness of typically Ducatis means pain in the ass for the mechanic.
Which is true, huh?
What I do notice, this is not because I'm, you know, partial to Yamahas or anything like that. They really thought about their, like, not just putting the bike together initially, but they thought about who works on them, the placement of things, how neat the wiring harness is tucked in there. When we did the rear tail section, I'm like, pulled 5 things off, even though it looks like a mess of wires. It was so easy. Every fasteners are Zeus fasteners for the most part for the stuff that needs to come off. So that was exciting to me. 1/10 of the time for the exhaust, full exhaust.
Yeah.
On the V4, it's like we're sitting here.
It's usually 12 hours, 15 hours. Yeah.
They really, I really do feel like these bikes are engineered not just for performance and looks, and for the money that you're paying for them. They really, really thought about, you know.
I will say one thing though, when it comes to the money, because this is their premium, this is the most expensive sport bike you can buy from Yamaha, the R1M. It comes in at $26,000. For that cost, now you can get a Panigale S, which is pretty much the same cost, but the Panigale comes with full Brembo braking, front and rear, and full Öhlins electronic. This didn't come with full Brembo braking. So, I mean, they did cut corners here and there to shape, but it did come with magnesium forged wheels, which is pretty insane. It's a great package. It really is. I mean, it's a great bike. I'm gonna miss this bike. It's a fun bike to ride. I can't wait. We'll go over all that in our final ride. But yeah, it's a blast. And just watching Dotto work on it, it did seem like it was less of a hassle for him in general. Because I mean, I'm here every step of the way, so you know, I get to see him take stuff apart and put it back together a million times.
Such a nice change from Ducatis. I'm serious.
Yeah.
And I know we've done a couple of builds where it was like really, you know, but I enjoy it all. I really do. Having something different in house, especially because it's a Yamaha, and it's like going from riding my bike all the time and getting into something.
And now your next bike is something different too.
Yeah, the BMW.
Right.
Have you worked on a BMW?
Me no hablo.
Not the new S1000 or M1000.
No,
so this will be a new project for you too.
Yes.
Yeah.
The platform is way new. Actually, I have worked on it, Jaret. We lowered it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that is true.
messing.
Yeah. Yeah, you did start working on it.
So it's crazy. I mean, look at not just the looks, but the thing. sounds aggressive, spits flame.
Yeah, it does.
Actually stops now.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
I know.
So.
Yeah, I love this bike, man. It's been an awesome project, and to be honest, I was never really a huge fan of the R1s. I always did like the R1M when they announced this bike in 2015. I actually really did like it. Actually, it might have been a few years later that they came out with the M. But they're going to be completely upgrading this package. They're changing this bike maybe as early as next year. So this is pretty much like the perfect time to do it at the end of the line of the bike. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. So, you know, we always appreciate all of you guys supporting these projects, watching the videos, giving us your feedback, whether it's good or bad. We appreciate it all. Obviously, a huge thanks to Moto Million. We couldn't do these builds without Moto Million. So if you guys want to get parts for your bikes, always check to see if they're available on there, motomillion.com. It's always linked in the description. You can use my code Campisi to save money on anything you order from them, and that helps support Dotto and I and what we're doing, so we can continue to get these crazy ass parts. But yeah, what's your favorite part of the bike, Dotto, of the build?
You're saying as far as the parts?
Yeah, just anything. Yeah.
It's got to be the exhaust.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
I thought about this long and hard. And
Yeah.
As soon as we, obviously with the map and everything going
Yeah,
with it, but the second that I saw flame shooting out, and every time you shift on this bike, use a quick.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's just insane.
Yeah.
It feels like it's like one of those bikes that's just like, please ride me hard.
Yeah,
you know?
it wants to be. It wants to be ridden hard as shit. Yeah, I'd have to say exhaust too. The sound of the cross-plane crank.
It's tough because the wheels are definitely like one of the biggest things about the bike that I like.
They're badass. Yeah.
The wheels is mine.
You like the wheels?
I love the wheels.
They're beautiful. I mean, the original wheels were blue, but they weren't this shade of blue and this brilliant blue.
Ceramic
Yeah.
barrier.
And these are Marcassini forged wheels, and they're limited edition that they made for the R1M.
I think Danny said it was the last blue set that they had.
Yeah, I think they did get more, actually. I think they were able to order some more, because when I put it in the cart today, it was available. But yeah, from the Latex rear sets, I mean, we could talk about the parts on this, yeah, forever. So yeah, I think that's it. There's really, we'll talk a lot more about the bike and the riding feel and all that kind of stuff in the final ride video, but that's it. So that's pretty much all I wanted to show. So 54 pounds of weight savings on this bike. It weighed in at 397 pounds, which is freaking insane. I actually was not expecting that. I knew it felt light when I was riding it, but I didn't realize it was that light.
I think it's gonna be low.
You did. You were gonna say 405, or you did say 405. You said lower. Yeah, you said lower.
I'm already go 404.
Yeah, but yeah, it's an awesome bike. I love the sound of it. I'm gonna miss riding this bike. I'm excited to see who's gonna win it. So
hopefully it's somebody not from PA.
I know. No, it's all good. Whoever it is, we'll be excited for you guys. We'll support you fully. Don't forget, patreon.com/Campisi Custom. It's always the first link in the description below. You can be entered. You have one more video to be entered for this bike and the M1000RR, and then it'll all move over to the M1000RR from there. So yeah, huge thank you to Dotto for all your hard work, man. Everybody appreciates it, and we're really thankful to be able to do what we do. Thank you, Big Titty Teens, for all your hard work, posing for the thumbnails and helping to do. She does a lot that you guys don't realize behind the scenes. I bounce a lot of ideas off of both of them, along with Manny. So it's more than just a one-man show. It's a whole team of people that makes this all possible. So yeah, that's it, guys. Again, thank you for your continued support, for all the patrons, for everybody on YouTube, for Manny, for Dotto, Christina, everybody. We really, really appreciate it. I love these builds. They're freaking awesome. I'm gonna do them as long as I possibly can. So that's it. Thank you from the whole team here, and stay tuned for the final ride, and then we're gonna be working on the M1000RR. So if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and we'll see you all in the next one. Peace.